Playing games is a great way to learn, and here's a live lesson where you'll all have a turn to solve a puzzle or follow a clue, hear a story or song. There's so much to do. What's in store today? Do you know? Open up the suitcase and away we go. The Magic Suitcase, what do you see? Learning and fun is waiting for me. Good morning, everyone. Are we ready for one last open of the Magic Suitcase? Yeah, I think so too. Let's do it. Right, I wonder what will be inside today. Well, welcome. We've got lots of you joining us live. Shall we do our welcome rhyme to welcome everyone along today that's joining us for the Magic Suitcase? We need some friends for our session today. So, who's watching out there? Who's come to play? Welcome to everyone. Say, how do you do? Let's get ready to learn something new. Right then, let's see who's joining us today. Have we got a few shout outs to do? Yes, we have. Hello to Iris. Hello. How are you? And can we see Chrissy again? Unfortunately, well, Chrissy has left. She's not part of the home ed team anymore. Are you missing her as much as me? Yeah, I am too. So you're going to have to make do with me for the time being. But a big welcome along to you this morning, Iris. Hello to Eleanor. Hi, Emma. Hello, Willow and Caden. Hello to Eve and Jaden too. To Willow, Rose and Elsie. Hello to Hannah, William and Samantha. Hi, Maya. Hi, Lily. And hello, Chip and Big Brother Jake. They hope everyone out there is okay today. Are we all okay today? Hi from Mum and Zoe and Michael too. Hello, Mia, and Charlotte. And hello, Peter and Lucy. Who else is watching along live? We've got Maya and Ava, Forrest too. Killian, Callie and Teddy. And hello to Charlotte as well. Oh, I think I did everybody. Oh, Malachi, you've just popped in. It was your mum's birthday yesterday. Oh, wow. Did you have a nice celebration with her, Malachi? I'm sure you did. Right. Well, let's get started, shall we? And find out just what is in the suitcase today. Right. We'll need our riddle to help us do just that, won't we? Let's take a look, shall we? Okay. Here's our riddle to discover what's inside. That's going to give us our clue as to what our session is all about today. I shoot up high into the sky. With colours bright, I dance and fly. I crack and boom with light and cheer. I'm part of celebrations far and near. New Year's Eve or the 4th of July, you'll see me sparkle in the sky. What am I? Oh, well done. Some of you are straight in with your answer. Should we do it one more time? Let's see if we can all get it. I shoot up high into the sky. With colours bright, I dance and fly. I crack and boom with light and cheer. I'm part of celebrations far and near. New Year's Eve or the 4th of July, you'll see me sparkle in the sky. What do you think it could be? Quite a lot of you in the chat are thinking it could be fireworks. Shall we find out? Yes, today in the Magic Suitcase. Well, it's packed full of fireworks. Oh, good job, I was carrying it carefully. Wow. Well, fireworks and light are used in so many different celebrations. And today our session is all about light and music. So we found some fireworks in the Magic Suitcase, but how much do we know about them? Should we find out a bit more together first? Right then, let's have a little look at the history of fireworks. How long ago do you reckon the first firework was made? Who do you think the first people were to come up with the invention of a firework? What do you reckon? Any ideas? Shall we find out a bit more then? Oh, the origin of fireworks. Okay, many historians believe that fireworks were first invented in the Lunyang in China over, what? 1,400 years ago. I don't think I would have guessed that long ago. What do you think? Oh, Maya, you said 2,000 years ago. You were pretty close. I would not have thought that long ago. My goodness. Well, I wonder what they were like. So gunpowder was invented. It's thought that sometime around AD 600, Chinese scientists or herbalists were experimenting with mixing lots of different powders together. They accidentally invented gunpowder. Well, I suppose maybe that's how some inventions do happen. Quite often someone's trying to invent one thing and kind of as a byproduct, as a sideline, they accidentally discover something else. So that's just what happened. They discovered this explosive potential of gunpowder. The first firecrackers, the Chinese developed their discovery and eventually began filling hollow bamboo canes with this gunpowder mixture. Then they'd throw the bamboo canes onto fires and they would explode, making loud noises and a bright flash. So the Chinese had invented firecrackers. Wow. So what's happened since then? The evolution of fireworks. Well, they would use these firecrackers at celebrations or to ward off evil spirits. And eventually, the Chinese used paper tubes instead of the bamboo, which was very similar to the casing that we use today for fireworks. Into the skies. So it wasn't long before they began to realize just how powerful their invention was. So while to begin with, it was used as a form of maybe celebration or as a spiritual ritual, like they said, to ward off the evil spirits, they then realized actually it had quite a great power. And they began using gunpowder in their wars. They invented rocket-powered arrows to use against their enemy. So they discovered it could be used for weaponry as well as for celebration and ceremony. Aerial explosions. By AD 1000, the Chinese had learned a lot about gunpowder and had invented many different types of fireworks, including rockets, which exploded in the air and with coloured smoke bombs. So we're getting closer to the kind of fireworks we see today. They were no longer dropped into the fire and exploded in the fire. They worked out how to get them to blast into the sky before they then exploded. They'd use these fireworks to celebrate things like weddings, military victories, and if the emperor was visiting. Fireworks come to Britain. Fireworks were first believed to have been used in Britain to celebrate the wedding of King Henry VII in 1486. During the 16th century, Queen Elizabeth I, there she is in that illustration, was so impressed by the fireworks, she ordered that there should be a Fire Master of England who would be in charge of the firework displays at her celebrations. So that's how important they were as a feature of royal celebrations, that it was one person's specific job to be the Fire Master. So they were really important. And now a whole world of colour. By the 1830s, Italian scientists began to experiment and created all sorts of different fireworks. Up until then, the colours of fireworks could only be orange or white and a sort of variation between those colours. But the Italian scientists added different chemicals to the gunpowder mixture. They found a way to make lots of different colours. The mixture they created is still the same as the mixture that's used in today's fireworks. So all the way back in the 1830s, that mixture, that magic potion they created is still the same as the one that we use today. That is cool, isn't it? Wow, well, there we go, the evolution of fireworks. Have any of you ever been to a firework display, or can you think of a particular festival or celebration where fireworks are used? Do you enjoy watching fireworks? Sometimes are they a bit loud? Maybe if you've got pets, your pets don't enjoy the fireworks. Perhaps you prefer looking at them to necessarily hearing them. There are lots of big celebrations, aren't there, across the world that involve the use of fireworks now. Oh, I can see a few of you have been to different firework displays and things. So let's see if we can think about not just fireworks, but fireworks and light. Light has featured quite a bit as we've gone through the celebrations, particularly in last week's session when we were looking at different beliefs and their celebrations. We heard quite a lot about the way that light is used as part of celebrations, didn't we? So why don't we find out a little bit more about that?
Why so many celebrations around the world use lights and fireworks, from the bright lanterns of Lunar New Year to the dazzling fireworks of New Year's Eve. It's light everywhere we celebrate. Let's take a tour and find out how and why we light up the sky when it's time to party. Light isn't just pretty, it's powerful. For thousands of years, people have used light to show joy, to scare away bad luck, to welcome good things like a new year, a good harvest, or a new beginning. There's a big celebration called Diwali, also known as the Festival of Lights. People light tiny oil lamps called diyas, hang fairy lights, and blast fireworks. It's all about the victory of light over darkness and good over evil. In China and other countries that celebrate the Lunar New Year, red lanterns glow in the streets. Why red? It's a lucky colour. Fireworks are set off to scare away evil spirits and bring good luck for the year ahead. In the United States, the 4th of July means fireworks. It's Independence Day and people celebrate with parades, barbecues and huge fireworks shows. The lights in the sky are a symbol of freedom and joy. Around the world, lights play a big part in different celebrations. Hanukkah has the glowing menorah, Christmas has sparkling trees and lights on houses. For birthdays, we light candles on a cake, and on New Year's Eve, fireworks everywhere. So when we see that sky light up or candles glowing during a celebration, remember it's not just about the sparkle, it's about joy, hope, and bringing people together. Now that is something worth celebrating.
So light, whether it's fireworks or flickering candles or oil lamps, really does bring people together and give us hope and joy. In the same way that music quite often does. And we said our session today was about light and music. So let's move on to thinking about different types of music. Oh, before we do, we've got some comments in the chat. Lily saw a fireworks on Bonfire Night last year, and they were very loud. Yeah, sometimes they really are loud, aren't they, Lily? And Emma's church does fireworks every year. Do you enjoy watching those, Emma? At Bonfire Night, they go. Some people go every year. Watch the fireworks over the lake, and the reflections on the water are lovely. Oh, I bet they are. And Charlotte's seen some where she lives. And at New Year, yeah, great. So New Year is a big time when people like to celebrate as the clock strikes midnight and we enter the new year. Yeah, people love to set off fireworks. Eve gets woken up on New Year's Eve. Do they wake you up? They're so noisy. You drive to watch the local fireworks displays from the car, so it's not too loud. That's a good idea. Any other firework thoughts? Right then, so let's move on to music. We thought about light in celebrations. What about music? Are there particular songs that you associate with different times of year? different types of music. Well, we talked about the happy birthday song a few weeks ago. Do you remember that? And how it evolved from, I think, a school teacher's song that was saying good morning to everyone, and it evolved into that happy birthday song through time. What else? Let's have a look. I live in the UK. You and your cousins go and watch them. Oh, the fireworks. Oh, brilliant. And Evie, you watch them from your house. Lovely. So what about music then? Let's think about some different types of music that we really enjoy. Do any of you put different music on? And how does that affect or change your mood? Have any of you been to a big music celebration? What about that? Have any of you been to a music festival? Well, festivals of all different types often involve music, whether it's the 4th of July parade or whether it's singing Christmas carols around the tree. A lot of different celebrations involve particular songs, particular music. So let's head ourselves to a music festival, shall we? And celebrate together. I've got a couple of games for us to play at this music festival. So let's bring people together from all over the world and have some music festival fun. Right, let's see what our first challenge is. Oh, I'm just catching up. Hang on. Malachi loves Christmas songs, and Maya likes watching the Christmas carols in the bandstand at the park. Oh, that sounds lovely. Right, let's have a go. We've got our first challenge here. We're at the music festival. Well, it looks like everybody is having fun, enjoying listening to some music. But there's some differences here between these two pictures. In fact, there's 5 differences between the two. I wonder if you can spot all 5. What do you reckon? Oh, hello, Isaac. Come and join in. We're going to try and spot the differences between these 2 pictures. Shall we have a go? Maybe you can spot them really quickly. Maybe you've spotted a couple already. Right, I'll disappear to make this bigger for you so you can see and have a go. Let's have a bit of music, shall we, while we're doing this game. How are you getting on? Have we got them all? I've been looking through the comments. I think we've almost got them all. And I think all of you got stuck on the same one that I did. I got the first few really quickly, then the next one, and then I got stuck on that last one. But you got it, I think, most of you. So shall we reveal the answers? Let's have a look. Did you get them all? So we've got the bush. That's the one that I got stuck on. It took me ages to notice that was missing. The bush or the tree there on the left. We got the glasses, the balloon, the wings, the pattern disappears, and then we've got the missing lights in the top corner. Well done, guys. That was brilliant. Right, let's have another music festival game, shall we? Oh no, right. Well, these children have gone to a music festival. Well, they're camping there. Well, that sounds very exciting. But the problem is they can't find their way back to their tent. You know what to do. See if you can find the route through this maze back to their little blue tent. Right, we'll do the same again. I'm going to make it bigger for you and have a go. Use your finger carefully to trace that route, which way you're going to go. Good luck. How are we doing? Have we got it? I can see quite a few in the chat are saying you found it. It is quite tricky, isn't it? Oh, well done. Zoe did it. Malachi, you found it. You found your way to the tent. Well done, Evie. Well done, everyone. Shall we reveal it? Let's have a little look. It was a tricky one, wasn't it? Right through into the middle and back out again to the other side to get to the tent. Don't worry if you couldn't do it. I am going to pop the link that those two resources came from. It's a big music festival activity pack. I'm popping it in the chat now. So if you fancy doing that later on, there's those two, so you can have a go at doing the maze again if you didn't quite manage it. And there's different colouring. There's all sorts of different stuff in there if you fancy a bit of a music festival themed activity. So it's there for you to grab in the chat. Right then, guys, it's that time of the session where we need a challenge. We need to take on a challenge. We've got to be brave. We've got to do it. We've got to open, dum, 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 the mystery case. We know there's a challenge inside. Let's find out what it is today.
The mystery case has a challenge inside. There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. We'll take on this challenge. How hard can it be? Open the suitcase and let's see. The Guess the Instrument Challenge.
Okay, we've got to guess the instrument. How good do you think you are at identifying the sound of different types of instruments? Shall we have a go together? Right, let's see if we can take on this challenge. Good luck, everyone. Here it comes. Well done, everybody. That was brilliant. I've been watching the chat pop up. Loads of you got those right. Some of them were tricky, weren't they? Some were a lot harder than others. I think some you hear and you just know it straight away. There might have even been some new instruments in there. I think some of you hadn't heard of a harmonica before. That was maybe a new instrument for you and maybe a new sound. And some kind of sounded like other instruments, didn't they? Like the triangle, the xylophone sounded like a bit like a triangle. And it's nice to hear some of you are learning instruments. Lucy, who's learning to play the violin. And Peter, you play piano and drums. That's brilliant. And Chip told us about his brother Jake, who's learning to play the ukulele. It's nice that you're so proud of him, Chip. You got trumpet, well done. Yeah, it was quite fun, Michael, wasn't it? You had to listen really carefully, didn't you? You all did brilliantly. Well done. Right then, I think it's time for one last press of the activity selector. What do you think? This is our last Magic Suitcase session. So let's see what we've got in store today.
A new activity, which one will it be? Press the button and we'll see. A game, puzzle, story or song, whatever it is, we can't go wrong. Learning together as we play. Learning new things every day. It's a song.
We've got a song today, of course, because we're celebrating. And what better way than with a song? And this one, well, it's a bit of a blast from the past. For those of you that joined me from Imagination Station, it's my favourite song. And it's called My Favourite Song. All about hoping that at a music festival, the band will play that one song you really want to hear. And reminds us about how it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, the music brings us all together. So I wonder if any of you remember the words. Let's sing along together. The words for the chorus will pop up below the video, so maybe you can learn along if this is a new one for you.
Lights on the stage, the crowd's all here. The band arrives to a great big cheer. Oh yeah, the music's playing tonight. The singer takes the microphone, starts to sing. With music all around, I forget everything. I feel like a star shining bright. I don't have to wait too long to hear you sing my favorite song. The beat of the drum like the beat of my heart, as loud as thunder when the music starts. Now and again when I'm feeling alone, I pretend my hair brushes the microphone. A world of music is where I feel free, so please play my favorite song. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, we all dance together when we hear that song. Oh yeah, the music's playing tonight. At the top of our voices we all sing along. The song makes me believe that I belong, and I feel like a star shining bright. I don't have to wait too long to hear you sing my favorite song. The beat of the drum like the beat of my heart, as loud as thunder when the music starts. Now and again when I'm feeling alone, I pretend my hair brushes a microphone. A world of music is where I feel free, so please play my favorite song.
There we go. Were you singing along? I definitely was. That was one of my favourite songs that I wrote for you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a total banger, isn't it? Yeah, I'd forgotten that as well. I was definitely singing along here. Right then, everybody. Well, we have reached the end, but before we do, before we say goodbye, let's have a look at a challenge for today. Right, we've got a design a party challenge. I've shared these resources in the link below this video, so head there, click on those to download them and have a go at completing this. So this is a really big open challenge. It's totally up to you. You're designing any kind of party, and we've looked at lots of different celebrations through the last 5 weeks. So pick a celebration, and it might well be one we haven't explored or looked at, and think about everything you'll need for that party. You might want to pick a celebration from a particular country, from a particular religion, or a special celebration that your family have. So there's a little challenge for you, and I've included a bit of colouring too. So if you have a bit of downtime, we've got some musical instruments and some firework colouring too. And if you want to share them, you can look out for the sharing post in our Facebook group later on today. Now, coming up next week, everybody, well, our live lessons may have come to an end for now, but next week we are launching Mission Mystery. So who is going to join us for our next week of wonder? And this one is a mystery mission. You're going to need your detective skills for a wondrous week with lots of fun and learning activities along the way. So get stuck in with that. I will be live on Monday at 11 a.m. ready to launch our Mission Mystery, so you can find out all the details then, and look out from Facebook posts from Lizzie Twinkle as well, who will be sharing some of the topics we're going to explore. I can't wait. So I will see you all again soon. Have a brilliant rest of your day, and thanks so much for joining me this morning. See you soon, guys. Bye.